Draw! Oh, got me again! Greetings, the world of the internet. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and welcome to Squirrel Talk at the Movies. It's time for another moment of remake it or sequelize, and boy, do we have a doozy for you, because this one is a remake based off of a series spin-off based off of a remake based off of a sequel of the original Magnificent Seven. Yes, this is one of those movies that is remade so often it might as well be its own franchise. But can Hollywood's most recent retelling of the classic adventure be able to ride off into the sunset? Grab your cowboy hats and let's find out! The characters. These gunslingers really aren't that interesting. They do some fancy shots and they put up a good fight, but that's really it. We don't spend a lot of time getting to know these characters, and it's rather vague why most of them are even signing up for this suicide mission, especially since we have several people from all walks of life. I know it's the right thing to do, and the bad guy is evil, but I'm not sure why they volunteered. Mexican guy that wants to get a piece of bounty off his head, and black guy that has a history with the villain is fine, but the worst is the native that just sort of pops into the movie, says practically nothing, and joins the team in order to make 7 of them. Actual interaction and bonding is very little. The team includes an ex-Indian hunter and an Indian, and they barely say anything to each other. If you want conflict inside the team, this was the best place to have it, and they don't have any. Their interpretation of bonding and character development is to have them drunk at the same time. Oh, then there's the villain. All this guy is missing is a black cape with an oversized mustache to twirl. He's up there with Khan, of villains overplaying themselves, and it's almost comical. The plot. A small town is being terrorized by a very villainous entrepreneur, and their only hope is to hire a small team of gunmen to help take back their town. Or at least one gunman that happens to run into 6 others along the way. The story is pretty simple. Bad guy needs beating. Black gunman conveniently finds 6 others to join his cause. Gunfights! That's pretty much it. I've seen enough of the original to know that the story of the Magnificent Seven is not supposed to be so cut and dry, but Hollywood wants a simple black and white good versus evil story. Design. It's a wannabe Western. That's the best description I can come up with. It's got the right paint, it's got horses, it's got guys with big hats and guns, but it just doesn't feel like it truly captures the Wild West spirit. They've got all these fancy moves. It's an almost too fancy modern Hollywood feel. Overall, meh. They spend too much time with special effects, or more showing off the skills of the cowboys, that they kind of forgot about everything else. The plot, the characters. Just have 7 guys beat the snot out of bad guys. And when you tally up all the flaws of the movie, it's really not all that bad. The effects and gunfights aren't bad. They're fun enough. But the rest of the movie is just lacking, giving no lasting impression. So if you want to see a wannabe Western, check this one out. If not, your time is better off seeking out the original instead. And now, a moment with previews. A kind of Lord of the Rings meets modern folklore kind of thing. I like this guy. Is this a chick flick or an action movie? A chiflaction movie. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and this is Squirrel Talk at the Movies. I thank my loyal subjects for watching. Please like and subscribe to me, and you may also donate to Patreon on here.